Alright, that's good.
She didn't get me, did you? Eric, get back in here to get my roll.
Please subscribe show. YouTube Cole Spivey. Yeah, man.
There it is. So the rude guy goes, "Can you do me a favor and not take a picture of that?" I was like, "Well, that's a picture of me on the wall." I was like, "Oh, would you not do that?" I said, "I didn't take a picture, I just looked at the camera." So I'm doing a video. Anyway. Kind of rude. It's amazing how people are though, because they're saying don't take a picture, but yet they have a photo booth. I've already taken a picture. Plus that's like a selfie thing, you know? Like, what about you go in there and you're like, "Can I get a selfie?" They're like, "No, you can only use our photo booth." I was like, there's a long waiting line, you know? There's a long line. Like, what's the point in that, you know? Can I just, you know, take a photo? But your photo machine, your photo booth is already allowing people to take photos. I don't see the difference really. They seem to kind of be pretty passionate about it. So I said, well, I use this as like kind of like a thing to look at through, you know, basically like a video. But he didn't say anything about video. So I don't know. These are really nice right there too. It gets lots of rain, all kinds of stuff. Really nice town. And I'd have to choose between the classic at Roanoke or Enzo's. I'd say the classic at Roanoke, because Enzo's, they're like that place Dick's. Have you ever heard of Dick's? I mean, you go in there and any type of photography at all. Whoa. But yet they have a photo booth that takes photos. I mean, how hypocritical can you get? Because like the photo booth's taking photos. Like, doesn't make any sense. Anyway, this is their Italian dish thing. Enzo's, come on. It's definitely gonna be busy rainy day in Roanoke. Look at this. All day long. Probably because Memorial Weekend just passed. I mean, all day long. It's live, you can see the guitar. They're pretty good too. Or they're just doing a sound check or something. That's Roanoke right there. Home of the Braves. It's a chop shop. They do live music. This is basically the Roanoke area going right into Keller. So Westlake is kind of where I was brought up, but it wasn't called Westlake when I was brought up. It was called something else. It's like Keller, some people called it Carroll. It was kind of like on the borderline of two different areas. I would say maybe Carroll, Keller, and then they eventually call it South Lake for a while, and now they call it West Lake. So they've got more refined over time. It became more names rather than just being West Lake always, right? So I think I remember as a child, I do remember looking at an envelope and seeing Roanoke on it. That's why I put down on Facebook originally that I was from the Roanoke area, because I remember seeing that envelope that was addressed to our address on Randall Mill, because we lived right off of Randall Mill, and it was like a postcard size envelope, and it had our address with Randall Mill was on it, Roanoke was on it. This is a place I lived maybe since I was 9 to about 15. So I lived there about 6 years or so. And then we lived across the road, which that house is no longer there. We may have some photos of the older house, which my dad later turned into a thing where he manufactured jewelry. And then right next to that, he opened a factory where he refined gold and silver, precious metals. Right next to that, across the street, was Randall Mill. And that was where he built his mansion. But he started off in a trailer. Lived in a trailer for a while. I mean, we're talking like pretty cramped trailer. We also lived on my grandfather's property, which was right there next to where he built the mansion. So it was a rags to riches, for sure. He was only working on the railroad until he discovered how to refine gold and silver and pretty much precious metal, and then also to work with diamonds. He worked with diamonds too. This is a really cute little area, this little cul-de-sac, this little circle right here. Real French, kind of, or maybe English too, kind of a Tudor kind of thing. French English kind of thing. Yep, you're welcome. That's a tornado warning siren right there. So it'll warn, if something happens. At least those farmhouses over there that you can't see. But pretty cool. They've got a flood gauge 1 through 5. Doesn't look like, yeah, there it is, flood gauge. Saw a little bit of it. You can do a freeze frame, see how bad that was. Pretty bad. This is where I dropped that package off the other day in the middle of the night, right past Blue Stem, right there on Whitechapel Road. Look at this. Lots of water. And there's a castle right there. Some rich guy. My place will probably be 3 times the size of that. Maybe 4 times bigger. Lots of turrets. It's like a big castle. Hopefully. But we'll have to see. Probably in the 2030s. Things will probably be hard for you. You'll come to me and ask for stuff. I'll see what I can do. There they are. They don't care about the rain. There they are. How y'all doing? Y'all staying out of the rain? Oh, hey. Well, I'm going to go now. Just wanted to say, you know, keep it up. Keep up the good work. Oh, ducks. They're duck friends right over that way. Right in the middle of the field over there. And they've got more friends way out there. How y'all doing? Just making sure you're okay. Alrighty. Carry on. I do that, it costs something. I gotta do a wipe down on this. There's nothing like delivery in the rain. Delivery in the rain in the Roanoke area. In the West Lake, South Lake, all that fun stuff. According to that, that's a nature center. I think I've been down there once. It's very strange. I did some Samsung 8 stuff down there. If you see my Samsung 8 on my channel, it'll be raw video upload. Really nice stuff. That day I had to take a pee-pee. All right, this one, yep, I gotta get their food to them. They're either coming or going. You can clearly see there, they're doing solar power and they're charging it right there in the backyard. And we're headed to here. Little sushi place. It's called Here. Looks like a nice little theater. It's Cinemark, Extreme Digital Cinema. Cinemark right there. They've got some probably good stuff there. A big marquee right there where it says Cinemark. There it is, like I was saying here. Little sushi. They do Asian cuisine. They got a robot too. The robot waiter. See if it's working today. There's, you can see all the sushi on the wall right here. She said the robots work too hard here. It's over there in the corner. I said, does the robot give you trouble? She said, nah, it just works too hard. Or something like that. I couldn't really understand, but it's a real robot. It takes the food to the table. It talks. It does Christmas, like during Christmas time, it'll do Christmas tunes. You know, like different holidays, it'll have different tunes playing as it brings you the food. I think it talks too. And to top it off, the original. Well, luckily the first responder came and closed it off. That was really bad down there. Looks like there's maybe a vehicle that's stalled. It was bad. I mean, there were a lot of cars going through it, but the cars weren't going to make it. It was only the trucks. It was pretty deep, at least 4 feet, maybe more. It's pretty bad. And the first responder came in and closed it down. Thank goodness. They do that pretty quick when it gets rainy. Save it for the Smashing Pumpkins, you know what I mean? Big fans of Mr. Adam. Big fans of Adam the Woo and his minister dad. Remember, the first books in the New Blood is going to be Matthew, Mark, Luke, and Acts. Okay, those are the first 4. It goes up to about 27. Then they're going to do the whole 39 of the Old Testament, starting with Genesis and ending probably, I don't know, you could probably say Daniel, but that's not the order though. They change the order over time. But it's going to be 39 Old Testament, and it's going to be 27 new. And it's what it's going to do, it's going to equal to 66 that we know of. There's a little book called Enoch that people kind of don't really go around, but that would make 67, ends in 7. Enoch's is full of monsters. In the book of Enoch, you've got mermaids, you've got giant monsters, all kinds of demons, all kinds of weird stuff. I've read it when I was in Maine. They gave it to me, and I studied it as much as I could. There's a weird liquid that the tribes will drink. Sometimes the women, it does something weird to their stomachs. It's all in the book of Enoch, which is number 67. Now I know there's radicals. Look at that right there. See that on the field? No, it's not a field though, but look at it. It's like a parking lot kind of thing. Check it out. That's a longhorn out there, if you can see it. It's way out there. Big old longhorn. Well, we're almost there, kids. All right. Kind of looks like Wilson. Huh, Wilson? How you doing? Vlog over.